shit broke me out.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl Renee, and today I'm going to talk to you about my Fenty Beauty experience. Everybody knows Fenty Beauty came out on a Friday, and I was able to go to my mall the next Saturday, and everything was there that I needed. Are you following me on Instagram? You need to, because as soon as I see a sale or as soon as I see something hot out in the store, I post it on Instagram first. So if you're following me on Instagram, thank you so much. I know you have already seen some of the pictures that I posted of my Fenty Beauty foundation and makeup that I was wearing. But what you didn't see is how the makeup reacted to my skin over the next couple of weeks, and I want to talk to you about that today. So yes, I was able to go to the mall on Saturday, and my mall is kind of small where I live, and they had everything available that I needed. I got one of the Sephora reps to match. So let's take a quick break. The consultant from Sephora matched me with 380. That's the color that you see to your far left. The next day I went back and got 370, which is the one in the middle, and the one to your right is 350. So we're going in numerical order from 380 down. It was at that time I realized that the Sephora agent matched me up incorrectly. She matched me up with 380, which is a cool tone color, but as you can see when you're looking at my chest, it does not match me. So now the search begins for the perfect shade of Fenty Beauty. So let's look at this up close. I have 380 on the left, 370 in the middle, and 350 on the right. And as you can see, 380 is a little too cool for my skin. 370 is labeled as warm, and that is not a match for me. It's not a good match. And 350 is also not a good match. Unfortunately, I didn't get to try 360, which was an olive, and I never thought that I had olive undertones. And she did a match. And as a reference, let me tell you where I am with other foundations, so you can kind of get, like the color of my skin or whatnot. NARS, the Luminous Weightless Foundation. I am, is it Cardias or Cardias Medium Dark 3 in the NARS. And for a drugstore brand in L'Oreal Infallible, I am 109 Classic Tan. And I also have some Becca, but the color's worn off. So this one says Amber. In Lancome Tante Dole Ultra, I am 470 Sue C, or is that Suede? Sue? There. So that's 470 SUEC. And I think this may be a tad bit too rich. Bare Minerals, I'm in Cardamom 23. Looks like this. And this is a tad light, but it looks really good right in my middle. So she matched me with a 380, and I knew that this was going to be a problem because the Sephora rep told me, wow, this is the first time I'm touching this foundation. So that kind of told me right there, this ain't gonna be good. Anyway, I got the 380. I got the matchsticks, and I purchased 2 matchsticks. I purchased a concealer, and I purchased one to chisel out And the reason why is because when I looked at the matchsticks that come in the trios, either the under eye, the concealer was perfect, however the contour was off, or the contour was perfect and the concealer was off. So there's 3 different sets, and the one that's in the middle, this was off contour. The last set of matchsticks, this wasn't right. So I just picked out 2 individual ones. So that day I purchased the Pro Filt'r. I purchased 2 matchsticks. I was able to get a gloss. Yeah, I didn't purchase any highlighters or anything like that. So she put the makeup on and everything. I left out with the 380. I'll post a picture. Here's the 380. However, I came back the exact next day because in the sunlight, the 380 was a little too rich and it had a little bit too much red in it. And that's in the sun as opposed to being inside of the store. The other reason why I knew I was in the wrong place to get my match is because the young lady asked me, do I want to be matched according to my neck or my face? And I've never heard a makeup artist give you like an ultimatum like that. I thought that, you know, with their eye for artistry and colors and things like that, that they supposed to like find a happy medium. I came back the next day. I returned at 380, and I got another rep to do a match because the girl who matched me the day before wasn't there. So I got an independent eye to do a match, and I didn't tell her what happened the day before. She just did a match on me, and she picked out the 370. Also on the second day, I returned the matchsticks because when I put the matchsticks on at home, for my liking, they were too dry, and you know, I have mature skin, and I did not want that stick pulling on my eyes. And I noticed when I did my makeup that next day, it was tugging too much on my eye in order for me to get the color payoff. So I took that back, and I said, I just don't want any of the match sticks. And I came back out with my 370. So I'm going to post a picture right here of my 370. Now, the reason why I kept trying to finagle and find the right foundation is because I love, you know, the consistency of the foundation, how it's very opaque, you know, like it comes with some color payoff, and how it absorbs in your skin and it feels like you're not wearing anything. However, after 2 days of testing the different colors out and putting different products on from the Fenty Beauty line, I developed a rash. So here we go. I broke out on my forehead, and I broke out on my cheek. And so I'm going to post some footage right here. I don't know what I'm doing this day, but just look really good, and you'll start to see that I had, which is cleared up now, but I had a lot of bumps to come out right here and a lot of bumps to come out on my cheek. So I was able to get the universal lip gloss. I'm calling it universal, but I don't think that's the name of it. But yeah, I got a lip gloss. When I took a foundation back, I said, oh, let me try the highlighters. And there was a couple of YouTubers on here who was going off about this Moscow Mule. So that's when I had to get me some Moscow Mule. And because I don't really highlight, I use these for eyeshadow. So the Kilowatt highlighters, I've been using them for eyeshadow. And so Ginger Binge is this side. It's more subtle. And then Moscow Mule is the party side. So I love this, and I actually have some on today, but I have the, I have the ginger binge, so the light side on right here. I also have another kilowatt, and I have, this is Girl Next Door and Chic Freak. So yeah, I did keep that. And again, if you're on Instagram, if you're not, go ahead on, check me out on Instagram. It's Renee's RichRootz. I will post a picture of my Instagram right here, so you can head on over there because you get first dibs. And the other item I purchased online is her universal blotting powder, which is awesome. So what I did was, after realizing that 380 wasn't a match, 370 really wasn't a match for me as well, I ordered 350 on the Fenty Beauty website. And the reason why I did that is because, of course, by now the stores had already been out. But reading the undertones, I tried to stay with any undertone that didn't say olive or green. Okay? Because I didn't know what my true undertone was. When you look at the veins, it's kind of hard to tell, and this and that and this and that. Since then, the makeup artist at Sephora told me I was warm, she thought. But anyway, let's keep going. So, you know, if you're a VIB, Sephora Insider, whatever they call it, you get to have makeovers. So I went on and scheduled a makeover at Sephora at Pentagon City. And I said, I'm going to get somebody totally separate from my area. They haven't seen me before, and I want them to match me with this Rihanna, or to let me know whether I picked the right shade. By this time, I've been to 380, I've been to 370. I was waiting for a 350 to come, and the only one I hadn't tried was 360, but that's because it said it was for olive undertones. So when I was at Sephora, you know, it just seemed like either the shade was too yellow or the shades were too red. And that's the reason, really, basically, I had to return, aside from breaking out. I kept it for 2 weeks. I tried this foundation for 2 weeks. Like, I would wear it a couple of days, and then I wouldn't wear anything to see if that was really what was breaking my face off. And so after 2 weeks, by the time I got to my professional, or I got to the Sephora standalone store, and had a consultation with the makeup artist there, I was able to find out that, you know, there really wasn't a shade for me in the Fenty line. I guess you might look at me and say, you know, the pictures look good, and yeah, they did, but in different types of lighting, I could see a difference between my neck and my face, and I really wanted things to be the same, and I didn't want to have to be a chemist and mix foundations. So that's when I got matched up to the NARS, and I end up getting some NARS. So that's the reason why I wasn't able to wear the Pro Filt'r. I broke out in a rash, and I really didn't find a perfect match. And the match sticks were a little too dry, and I didn't want to be pulling on my lower lids and things like that. So this is not a video to bash the products. I just want to put my true experience out there. I hope you were able to see some of the pictures. Maybe you could see, you know, some things that were off, or maybe you did see the bumps that was on the top of my forehead, which are almost gone now. Just got, you know, that one. But I do love Fenty Beauty products. I know which ones I can wear now. Like, I can wear this universal powder, this lip gloss, these highlighters. I've been using them as eyeshadow, and I think I'm going to get a couple more. but I had to chill out on that foundation. So this is your girl Renee, and that is my Fenty beauty experience. People who have been following me on Instagram, I was one of the first ones to be able to post that she actually has her winter collection coming out October the 13th. They call it it's called the Galaxy Collection for the 2017 holiday. It's going to be released at Sephora stores October the 13th. I am ready to still support Rihanna Fenty with some items from her holiday Galaxy collection. So I will see you on the next one. I have some video footage of me trying on the foundation and things like that, and I think I'm going to still post it, so maybe you can let me know if you think the shade is off or not. We can have some conversations about it, but I did want to make sure I do a detailed video to let you know about my Fenty experience and the reason why I will no longer wear the foundation unless she comes out with like a different formula or something like that. So yeah, I wanted you to be able to get my review of the foundation or of the makeup line and to let you know why I had to return some items. But everybody in all of the Sephora stores and even on the Fenty Beauty website was wonderful to work with, and they took the products back, no questions asked, even though I wore it for a week or two. But I had to test it out and it was causing me problems with my skin, so I had to send it back. Anyway, don't forget to check your girl out right here. I post them pictures like boom, 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 up-to-date pictures, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.
It be like that sometimes. I ain't gonna do too much.